am the intellectual noob in Menkares, and this is State of Mental Radio. I know usually I don't introduce myself so early in the broadcast. I usually go on my little diatribe, and I'll just going on what the topic is going to be tonight. But I decided to do things a little bit differently. Sometimes I do that, you know. The Supermen, before I start, and the Supermen, Superwomen project was excellent yesterday. You know, it's you know, what I'm hoping for. You know, I explained to people the attendance that the more regular faces that are there. That's what I'm really putting energy in on, the regular people. You know, not so much the new, but the regular, because the regular represents the foundation, right? You know, you have people. You know, they'll come. You'll have a person. New people come, maybe once, maybe twice, and you'll never see them again. But it's the people that constantly come back. The people who are in tune with your saying, the people who are willing to put aside trivial and personal wants and desires for the greater good of the collective, because it takes a strong-minded person, it takes an intelligent person to come into the collective, right? To sacrifice that person's own individuality for the greater good of the whole, the group. See, because an individual understands that he is much greater, or she is much greater than when they are in a group or in a collective as they are by themselves individually. Right? This is why the things that happen to black people in the society happen to them. Why you have all sorts of races, from the white to the East Indian to the Arabs, everybody that can come into our areas, Chinese or whatever, and exploit our people for finances, for resources, you know, just getting our people to spend money. You know, this is possible because there's no unity. There's no togetherness. There is no real black community. There's no such thing as a black community. A group of people living in close proximity of each other is not, who happen to share the same skin complexion, it's not a black community. It's not a community at all. A community of people are those who share the same beliefs, for lack of a better word. You know, thoughts, ideas, goals, focus. That's what a community is. The Jewish community, I call the Jewish community the real black community. Why? Because they all dress in black, and they really are a community. They stand for, of, and by each other. Right? Black people don't do that. Right? Black people don't stand for, of, and by each other. You know, and just being black is not enough. I've said that over and over again. I'm gonna keep saying it. Just sharing the same skin complexion where you calling yourself so-called black is not enough. You can't even get so-called black people to agree on the fact of whether or not they're black or not. You standing here brown as I don't know what, and you have some idiot come and tell you black like a, you know, that you black like a coat or something, like they're black as a cat or whatever, and they'll just, because their mind is not thinking, their mind is not ingrained in on what it is they're focusing on. And when you have lack of focus, you can't make right decisions, because correct focus deals with intelligence. Correct focus deals with decision-making, judgment. This is one of the biggest reasons why black people don't join real movements today. And we're going to discuss that tonight. As I said, I am the intellectual noob in Menkares, and this is State of Mental Radio, and the real reason why black people don't join real movements. The so-called movements we have out here today, right, should not be called movements at all. They should be called stagnants. I'm going to say it again. The so-called movements, the Muslim movements, the Christian movements, the black revolutionary movements, the metaphysical movements, the conscious movement, all these movements shouldn't be called movements at all, because real movements move forward in ideas, in goals, and new ways of thinking. That's a movement where there's actual motion, all right? A movement is not a bunch of people who are sitting around for the last 20 to 30 years or however long you've been in existence saying the same things over and over and over again, doing the same things over and over and over again, hoping to get different results. Like I said, the people in the conscious community call that insanity. But you niggas are insane, right? That's you know, they should be called stagnants. You know, standing still. Time is stopped for these people in their minds. They still in Egypt. They still in Africa. They still in Mecca. They still in the Middle East. You understand? Nobody's in America 2012 today. And these niggas will sit up here and argue with you, talking, brother, well, in fact, we're not really in 2012 in America. They'll try to make some philosophical argument out of that, some abstract argument out of that. Nobody wants to deal with reality. No one wants to deal with the future. You can hear our people all the time, right? They'll say, when you hear something real, when people hear something real, the real people are going to come out, right? When they hear a real message, the real people are going to come out. They're going to be a part of it. They're going to support it. But if you look at all these other so-called movements, organizations, places where black people are gathering, your average black people are gathering, it's all BS. It's nonsense. You understand? It's not dealing with reality. It's not dealing with change and evolution. And black people will flock to that because the truth of the matter is that black people don't really want things to change. They don't want to be part of any real movements. You understand? I made a statement on Facebook today. I said black people, are afraid to take, just like children, just like babies are afraid to take steps without holding on to the hand of an adult. Black people, so-called black people, are afraid to take independent steps without still holding on to the white man in some way, shape, or form. You hear the black revolutionary movements. If everything with these guys is the white man this and the white man that, and kill whitey and the white man this, then you get beyond and say, okay, after the white man's gone, then what? I don't know. They draw a blank. We're going to set up our own society. Well, couldn't you set up your own society? I mean, shouldn't you have these things in place? Like, sending kids to school and focusing on other things because, the whole kill whitey thing done got old. Because if y'all ain't did it already, y'all don't plan on really doing it. It's just talk. All right? Now, you got certain people. You got the 5%. These guys, they sitting here and they talking about a bunch of mathematical equations and talking in circles and whatnot. And how does math move in a rotation? They say that their thing is based on math. How does math move in rotation? Math don't move in a straight line. So everything you're doing, basically, you're talking in circles. Your teaching is based on circles. You understand? Constant circles, constant repetition. Like running into a wall constantly, expecting things to change. True people who are really part of a movement or an evolution are people that move straight forward. They don't go in circles. They don't repeat what other people did. They don't repeat old teachings, old movements, old ways of thinking. I listened to this guy, King Noble, crazy nigga that he is. He posted up something where he's talking about Dr. York is talking about him as the new successor. You understand? He's saying that because there's a clip out, you might see it even posted on YouTube, and he's been saying that Dr. York said that, because Dr. York was talking, I never even seen this clip, and he said Dr. York was talking about, he waiting for somebody new to come that's going to bring somebody's not caught in the box or in the tetrahedron of person, place, and thing. In other words, somebody's going to bring something new, something from outside in, right? And King Noble, this guy says that's him. That's the claim he makes. Now, to his followers who believe that, that's fine. They're entitled to believe what they want. But reality is, the man said something new, something that's not here, something that's not in the circle or in the box or in that primitive circle, caught in the revolution that's constantly being recycled. In other words, something new from beyond the sun. You understand? From beyond this person, place, and thing, from beyond this time frame. If King Noble's still talking about red, black, and green. He's still talking about hippies. He's using terminologies like hippies and black consciousness. And, if you listen to him talk, it's like he's trying to throw things together. Just making up stuff. We used to call that moosing back in the old Ansar days. I use it as making up stuff. That was the acronym for me for moosing. You know, you talking about red, black, and green, black power, black supremacy. That's not new. They were saying stuff like that before he was born. So where's the new knowledge at? You know, where's the new intelligence at? You know, see, this is the reason why people can't join real movements, because you got a lot of fake ass movements out here. You got a lot of niggas who just want to be leaders. You got a lot of niggas who want to sleep with the women, want to get some money, want to hustle, want to stand on the goddamn podium and talk crap and collect money. You understand? And be basically lifetime hustlers. They want their occupations to be hustlers of the people, just talking BS. That's why we can't have real movements. Too much distraction. Too many hustling ass niggas. You know? That's why. And black people are to blame for it as well, because black people love hustling ass niggas. We love hustling ass. Black people love hustling ass niggas. Why else, like I said, why else would you give your money to somebody called ᴅᴏⴘ? You're not that stupid. You know, black people love a hustle. Black people love a con. Black people love the nigga that's trying to get over. They love it. The black people don't want to work for nothing. Black people don't want to work toward nothing. Black people don't want to sacrifice their individualism, so they would rather glorify that one nigga who's not doing nothing but hustling the people, because in their mind, they want to be hustlers as well. So the hustler is feeding that hustler mentality, that BS mentality, that come as you are mentality. Come as you are, give me the money and go about your business. Because black people, they will support movements with money. They will give you, they'll be quick to say, oh, brother, I support you. And they'll throw $1 in your thing, $10, they'll come listen to you talk. But that's about as much as they want to do. That's about as much as black people want to do. Anything else to them is not real. I mean, they'll be like, yeah, brother, you right, I support you. Yeah, brother, I support you. They give you $5, $10. You know, listen to what you got to say, and then they go on about their business. See, because to them, what you're trying to really do, if you're for real, right, it's not real to them. Well, you know, with especially something like what we did in the Supermen, Superwomen project, we said that is, you know, mental like is higher intelligence, advanced intelligence. So a majority of black people are not going to be there in those meetings. You know, that's going to be the cream of the crop that's going to come and stay. Believe me, we got Negroes who came to the meeting, and they had issues with hair and grooming and stuff like that. And based on hair and grooming, here it is, we talking about something serious, something dealing with higher intelligence, advanced intelligence, and niggas got a problem with hair and grooming and trimming their hair. Are you serious? Are you serious? They got a problem with grooming. They can't let certain things go, but yet they want to move forward. So you mean you want to move forward on your own terms? You know, you want to be an individual still, but you don't grasp what it is that's being said. You hear what you want to hear. That's what I call nigger hearing, selective nigger hearing. You know, whereas you don't really have to sacrifice anything. You don't really have to give of your time and energy. You rather give money, show up in here, and get your prey on. You know different. You people that do that, you know different than the old niggas in church who sit up here and listen to the Reverend BS them, right? And then they get their show, and then they pass the plate around, you know, and they get their money, they get prayed up, and they think that's all it is. That's all they did their part. They did their part for humanity, for God, for the people. Everybody else, oh well. You got to be kidding me. This is exactly why the black race is finished. This is exactly why the black race is coming to an end. The true and living God is raising the minds of the people collectively, and he is changing the lives of the people. So it's not about your personal wants and desires anymore. It's not about that. And a lot of you niggas not ready to let that go. It's easy to trivialize it when the intellectual Nuben Menkarre says, because, you know, I'm just a man standing here talking to you. But you see the changes on the horizon. And as we opening up the gates to our people, And we are going through a transformation, see, because in order for a transformation to take place, what has to happen? A whole bunch of people have to be on board collectively to see that transformation take place. Not some niggas who want to be individuals who trying to get what they can get from it. You understand? Because it's a class that blew their minds. You understand? And they sitting here because they got grooming issues. I'm like, nigga, are you serious? How can you seriously look at yourself and think of yourself as some high intellectual being or being connected to a God race? And, nigga, you got a problem with your hair or your beards or your whatever you got a problem with, or your woman. And that's another thing I'm going to talk about. And a lot of you men, a lot of you guys, y'all are sit up here and y'all are listening to movements and y'all hear certain organizations, movements that y'all feeling, but because your woman ain't feeling it, because she got a problem, because she don't want you around other black people, because, you know, she done basically, she likes her life. She likes going to her job, hanging out with her friends, you know, drinking Long Island iced teas or whatever the hell she doing in the bar, in the club, or talking about nigga nonsense. She okay with going to church once a week and just to basically talk crap with her friends. She don't want you interrupting that lifestyle. So a lot of times the woman will tell you when you want to join groups like the Nation, not this nation, but the old nation, or you know what I'm saying, groups that were like that, who on that level about change and transformation. The black woman don't want to do that. She don't want to do that. She'll be against it. She might not say nothing negatively, but she's just telling you, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So that means that she's happy the way things are. She likes the world of the beast. She likes how things are. A lot of you men, you have women that stand in the way of your evolution. You understand? She's not part of the evolution, but you don't want to give up that coochie. You understand? Because she'll tell you, oh, if you're going to go around there and listen to them guys, I ain't laying up, you know, you can forget it. She tried to shut down the coochie. She'll try to manipulate you to get you on to her side. You understand? Instead of on the side of evolution, because anything that's dealing with evolution and higher intelligence is of God. So if your woman is not for that evolution, if she's against that evolution and she likes things how they're going in the circle and that madness of the beast, then she's with the beast. She's with the beast. Your woman is with the beast. She's not about the evolution of God. She's with the beast. You understand? She's not about the forward motion of the people. And if you have not had children with this woman, how do you think she's gonna raise the children when the children are being nursed by her breasts? You know, she's gonna teach them to be like her out of spite. She's gonna turn them against you because she's a hell-born agent of the beast. A lot of you black women, a lot of y'all are hell-born agents of the beast because you like his world. You want to keep this going. You want to keep this madness going. You like how it is. You like being the hoe here. You like being loose here. You like being free to run around and spread your legs for different men and have this so-called progressive attitude in this society. You like that. You don't want nothing to change, and you don't want your man to change. You do everything you can to pull him away, distract him. But on that day of judgment, you black men are going to have to answer for that because there is a judgment day coming. I told you that. The word judgment is short for judgmental. That's very real. The minds of the black race will be judged. And those of you who have not made it to that level, who have not advanced to that level to continue on, you will die here with the beast because you serve no purpose. This is real. This is real. You understand that? The black race, like I said, they think everything is a joke. Because all the movements that they join, like I said, it's just something they're doing out of emotion a lot of times because they mad at the white man. A lot of y'all joined up with Garvey because, you had millions of black people joined up with Garvey because black people had hell being put on their ass back then. I mean, rampant racism all over. It was way worse than this. So, hell, they was like, we might as well join up with Garvey and whatnot and talk about going back to Africa, right? Now, when black people in the fire, when they in the stew when they up to their chest in the stew and things is not going good for them, then they looking for another alternative. You know what I'm saying? When things get bad, then they looking for another alternative. But as long as things is good here, and that's what the beast did. when Garvey, he put Garvey in jail, and Garvey eventually died in exile in Jamaica, the beast started to try to make things a little better for black people and around the world. Well, really in the country. So by the time Elijah Muhammad and them came up with the Nation of Islam, by the time they were coming up, they were out here raising up the people. You still had racism, and you still had black people joining up with the nation and wanting to see a change take place. But then the majority of the black people, they wasn't really feeling that, because they want change to come from the beast. The beast is their master. They never severed their slave master connection with him. So anything where you're coming up with, they're going to see it as inferior to what the beast has to offer. They're going to see it that way, even though the beast gives them nothing. They're going to still see it. Whatever you're trying to do, they're going to see it as inferior to what the beast has to give them, what the white man has to give them in the society. And the white man's not giving them anything. But the fact that whatever you're trying to give is still not on the level of what he's not giving them. You understand? So anything you're bringing, that can't be real. You understand? They'll accept Christianity, Islam, Judaism, whatever. They'll accept anything. It was a hard crime trying to get them to accept Islam back then under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Drew Ali and all of them. But like I said, black people really didn't have a choice at that time. You had some sincere people that wanted to change, but then you had others who weren't sincere. They were joining the movement because it was nothing else to do. They was really just there because, it was a social gathering. You know how you black people do. Basically like these Negroes in the conscious movement, and just like the Negroes in the church, they not really with anything. It's just something to do, rather than to go to a club or a lounge. It's something to do. It's something to associate with people. Hey, sis, Hotep, Ashe, hey, brother. Peace, black man. Everybody come with their costumes on. Nothing serious. Nothing about building anything life-changing. It's just a joke. You understand? Because these people are engulfed in the ways of the beast. They love this lifestyle in his society. They love it. So of course they're not going to try to build nothing else beyond that. That's not real to them. Don't believe that bull crap about, black power, brother, black revolution, brother. Don't believe that. The white man's going down, and the white man is, and the white man is. If your teaching, your doctrine cannot be espoused or taught without talking about the white man, then that's proof. In other words, if everything out of your mouth in which you're teaching and advocating is down with the white man, or just the white man in general, and it's not, I don't hear a lot of focus on the evolution of our people, then that tells me that you're still connected to your master. I don't care whether you claim you hate him or whether you just outwardly love him. You're still connected to him mentally. You have no plan for our people, yet you want to stand on a podium because you want to be a leader. You want to stand on the podium because you're trying to get money, because you're trying to con people, because you want all the cooch. You want all the women to be all up under you. That's what it's all about. And black people flock to those things. Why? Because, like I said, black people can't be taken seriously. You can't take black people seriously. They don't take their damn self seriously. So how are they going to sustain a movement that's serious? Black people couldn't wait. A lot of black people couldn't wait till the Nation of Islam fell. When the Honorable Elijah Muhammad passed away, they couldn't wait till it fell. Even them niggas inside the nation couldn't wait till it fell, because a lot of them, and I'm not saying all the people in the nation, no, you got a lot of sincere people there, but you had niggas there as well who couldn't wait to run back up under the damn white man, couldn't wait to run back up under the Arabs, couldn't wait to run back up under their slave master, because it just wasn't good enough that a black man, a great black man, so-called black man like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, stood up a real nation and had them standing up, making them walk like babies, taking baby steps, making them walk upright and trying to get them to walk on their own. A lot of them didn't want to do that. You understand? They were still in shock and in awe, like, are we really walking on our own? They didn't want to do that. The Black Panthers and the Black Revolution, they didn't want to walk on their own. Their whole thing came from, oh, we want the right to bear arms. Oh, we want to, take down the man, bring down this. Everything was about the man, who you keep referring to as a man. You understand? When you refer to somebody as the man, you're putting them in authority over you. Mentally, they're in authority over you. You're mad because they won't let you into the system. And you show your disdain by sleeping with their women because that's what you really want. That's what you really want. You want to be like them, the Israelites. These guys stand up here, curse out the white man, talk about he's the devil. But then they turn around and say they want to sleep with his woman. They call him a faggot and everything else, but then they turn around and say they want to sleep with his woman. How backwards is that? That sounds like a bunch of people that still want to be part and parcel with the beast. They still want to be intertwined with their slave master. That's real. You understand that? That's real. That's how it is. These people who are not trying to stand no real movements up, they still want to be part and parcel with the slave master. You understand that? You tell, and then when you bring it out, they want to get sensitive and angry, and all you're doing is bringing out the words they said. You speaking on their actions. You understand? This guy King Noble, he goes, he's he against the white male, whatever he's trying to do about the evolution of our people. But you using all of their terminology. You using hippie, militant, all these terminologies of a bunch of sellouts. Militant, black revolution, red, black, and green, hippies, all connected to the beast. Yet you claim that you have this plan for our people. Lying to the people, causing confusion. And we had this nigger woman yesterday, this nigger female, excuse me, I'm not going to call her a woman, this nigger female in our class who was stinking it up with her ignorance. First she was calm and cool. Everything was flowing. The brothers and the sisters. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gathering. Family and friends. Building up the state. Gradual formation, foundation, beautiful. Do you know that? But then the simple-minded nigger female was in there with a lace front wig or whatever the hell was on her head. One of the brothers brought this thing out. And she just couldn't grasp the idea that there wasn't no white people there. She just wanted to create a problem like, where the white people at? If you were saying what you were saying and there was white people here, then what? One of the brothers brought a slave to the conference. I'm like, damn, I do to do a double step. Like, damn, I didn't think they made people like you no more. I thought, but then I was like, yeah, they do. I forgot. They got a lot of slaves still running around. Yeah, a lot of slaves still running around here. You got a lot of off-the-chain slaves still running around here. Mentally, the chain is still on their brains and on their minds. So she had a problem with real people, real black people, so-called black people, coming together and actually thinking outside the box, opening up their mind and trying to receive. They had a problem with that. And we're going to get that because they want to be on the chain still. You Negroes who doing your 9-to-5 jobs, who ain't trying to come up out of that, who ain't trying to come together amongst your people collectively, you still want to be in this. You don't trust that we can actually do something. You don't think that we can actually go beyond this. You don't think that that's possible because you still want to hold on to everything here. You're afraid. You're afraid to stand up. So it's easy to come and listen to the intellectuals' radio broadcast and say, you with me and this, that, and the third. But then I'm standing in the wind when it comes time, when me and these brothers is out here and the sisters are standing with me. I see who the real people are because they in front of me. I'm looking at them. You people who are listening to radio broadcasts, I'm not talking about you people in different states. I understand you can't just make it here, but I would like to see you in November. But you people who are in the tri-state area, in New York, not too far away, who can travel, I should see your faces. If you're about the evolution, that tells me really who you are and what you're willing to do for the evolution of our people. I'm not going to tell my people nothing that's not about the evolution. That's not for the evolution. I'm not going to ask you to do anything that's not about the evolution of our people. It's not for me. But then Negroes always want to trivialize and make it about me. I said it's beyond me. I'm just an instrument that is being used to open this gate up. Now, people can accept that until you ask them to do something. They can accept all this from the intellectual until he asks you to do something. You understand? for the collective of our people come together. I'm saying, when y'all coming in the state? When y'all doing this? When y'all doing that? Oh, brother, I'm with you. I support you, brother. Hotep, Ashe, brother. And there's an enlightenment going on in the universe, brother. And I didn't ask you all that. I didn't ask you all that. I said, when are you going to bring your black ass here to the state? You understand? So we can take this transformation together and take this step and start living this as a family, as a real people, as a transformational people. Because I see something amongst in the horizon. Oh, I gotta go, brother. Oh, yeah, brother. I'm gonna be there. You're not paying. I don't care if you come. I don't. But I just also let you know that you got certain people who are just readers, just listeners, and things like that. They're not man enough or woman enough to stand up and be part of the team. I made the analogy on Facebook today. I said, you know what? You got people that are gonna play on the team. The players, the stars, you know what I mean? And you got people who are just going to sit on the sidelines and watch. Yeah, brother, I support you. In other words, they want the knowledge or they want the intelligence, but they don't want the discipline, and they don't want to have to, fall into the uniform of the group. You understand? Now, if they master, the white man told them to cut their hair or groom themselves a certain way for some money, these niggas would do it in a heartbeat. They'll do it in a heartbeat. Because the money is important to you. You understand? And it's not even so much the money. It's what the white man says to you, what the beast tells you. If he tells you to do something, you're going to automatically do it. But if the intellectual Nuben Menkares tells you to do it, now all of a sudden everything I taught you, that's not important because I want to stay how I look. I don't want to sacrifice. I want to be an individual. I don't want to look like 50 other brothers. I got a problem with looking like 50 other sisters. I got a problem with that. I want to be my own individual. I don't want to look like I'm a part of a group. Why not? Hell, the damn Chinese, the Jews and all of them, they look the same. They all walking around wearing their black coats and black dresses and whatnot. They all one collective group. And look what they do. Look how they doing. They winning. They're winning. Since you niggas are big fans of that terminology, winning. Y'all niggas ain't winning. You niggas are losing. You understand? You hoes don't be winning. Ain't that how you hoes be winning? You hoes don't be winning with your badass English. You hoes don't be winning. You hoes be losing. The black race be losing. You understand that? They sitting around here, they together, and you laughing at them, but they moving your black asses out of your projects, out of your little dwellings and things like that, out of your stores. They closing up. They taking over. And I respect that because they able to come together collectively and put their differences aside. They're not trying to be individuals. They're trying to be group. They're trying to be collective. And a lot of our people are looking for that. The sincere ones of our people are. You understand? The sincere ones of our people are truly looking for that. You understand? Because that's the problem with a lot of these. That's why, like I said, the problem with a lot of these black movements is that they don't really want to sacrifice anything. You understand? Even these Negroes, like I said, sacrifice because, like I said, even these Negroes with the Creflo Dollars and all these guys out here and the hustlers, giving money is not a sacrifice for black people. They'll give you money all day. Look at the Million Man March. They handed up all the organizers of that thing, millions of dollars got handed up. You understand? And the organizers, they played on the emotions of black people. Do something for your people. This is a great day. They sold Million Man March T-shirts. People, they were selling out there selling final calls and bean pies, and the reverends was giving away their thing, and the plate went around, and $5 and $10 and $15 went in. This was a great day. Everybody went home. Nothing happened. People's bank accounts got fatter. People talked about it was a brotherhood. The brothers was meeting brothers from all over the place, and it was a beautiful gathering. Right? But nothing happened. They tried to do one for the sisters too, because obviously, and they tried to do another Million Man March, because obviously there was a good piece of money in that. Just like when people make a film, right? Like Spider-Man, the Spider-Man that came out. When people make a movie and it does very well, what does the studio do? They're gonna make another movie. It's gonna be a part 2. You bet your ass it's gonna be a part 2. You bet your ass it was a Million Man Part 2. And if Million Man Part 2 don't go good, it ain't gonna be it ain't gonna be a what is this trequel or however they say sequel and whatever the trilogy. There's not gonna be a trilogy. You understand? It got so good they wanted to do a Million Sisters March because they know that black people will not give of their time. Black people will not give of their individual mindset, but what they will give is their money. Because their money means that, their money is important to them. Their money means they down for the cause. When the money is not really all that important. You understand? What's important is that you're giving your time and your energy. Your time and your energy as part of the collective, the individuals. As not being individuals, but being part of the collective. That matters. You understand? That matters. Not your money. Money comes and goes. But people stay. Real people stay. You understand? Real people stay. Real people sit and become a part of end up being part of the society, the movement. Because when you see a group of people together, when other people see groups of people together, they thinking to themselves, damn, they must be strong. That's something I want to be a part of. Because you got a nice collective of our people who realize, the intelligent ones anyway, the intelligent ones who want to cooperate and work together, they realize that we need a group, a collective. Don't fall for these Negroes who walking around with these Egyptian names and African names and they dashikis and they kufis and all that, but they going to college to study Pan-Africanism and they going there to study psychology and they going there to do all this and they got these Shango, Mohammed, Islamic bullshit names. I said I was going to stop saying bullshit, but hey, that just felt right there. But they got those names. They got those little things they studying and whatnot because they wanted that. That's just in their mind. They're down with the cause. You understand? In their mind, because that's all that's important. That it's in their mind. I'm doing my part, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my part. We all got to do our part, brother. You know that bullshit line they say, especially you conscious niggas. You make me sick. Y'all make me sick. Y'all turn my stomach. You understand? I'm doing my part, brother. I'm like, yeah, that's when I stop listening to you and I just start hearing you. I don't listen to you anymore because when I hear that, my mental sense goes off because it's really not worth giving it my time mentally. So my mental sense goes off. It's literally, I'm not making this up. You have certain ways you listen to things, right? And when you listen to certain things, you focus and you give it key observation, right? Then when it's not really catching you, what happens? You go into hearing mode where you're just hearing sounds and it's not really, you don't really give a damn what they talking about. That's what happens when I hear a lot of Negroes give me lip service. That's what happens when I hear BS. I go into hearing mode. I stop listening. I stop paying attention. I stop using my mind. You understand? To actually, yeah, I know, Ra. I seen you do it many times. I seen you do it many times, Ra. Where you be zeroing in on what a person saying, and you're really giving it your mental energy, and you're focusing on what they're saying. You're really paying attention to them until they say something that's BS, and then you just then you start hearing them. Then it just sounds like sounds. Now, I mean, you hear you comprehend what they're saying, but you really don't care in the way. Don't lost your interest because now they're just another nigga saying the same thing over and over again that you done heard 1,000 times before. It become excuses. It become a rotation of BS. Because they love this society. They love the beast. So like I said earlier, I said that the black man and the black woman are the jailers of their own prison. They are their own jailers. They're keeping themselves here. That's why I don't feel bad when I hear black people talking about, oh, it's messed up here in this society, brother. What are you doing, brother? What are you doing, sister? I'm trying to bring up the mentality of my people because I understand that that's the real problem. I'm trying to raise the intelligence level of my people. That's the real way you attack people who are mentally dead. Because, as I said, money, like these niggas teach, money, land, sovereignty, revolution, all this off the wall BS. You understand? It's not helping our people. And if you niggas thought that was the problem, if you niggas thought that was the problem, why haven't y'all done anything about it? How come y'all haven't focused on that? Y'all niggas had over 30, 40 years to focus on that. And that's some of your younger movements. I'm not talking about you guys that have been around 60 and 70, even plus years, and you guys ain't focused on none of that to change it. Why? Because that's not the problem. Giving black people more money is not going to change their condition. You understand? All it's going to do is feed it. You understand? You're just feeding the monster. You're feeding the demon. That's not going to change things. Giving niggas more money to support their nigga lifestyle. Because that's what the black man and black woman want money for. They come up to you and they'll say stuff like, oh, y'all need to get a job, or, you got job applications you handing out? No, we ain't got. We're trying to raise the intelligence level of our people so that we can do for ourselves. Oh, never mind then. Yeah, you want somebody to support your nigga lifestyle. You want somebody to support you getting your hair done, getting the new Chanel Gucci bag, the new skirt, the new dress, who gonna pay for, who gonna get money in your pocket to go to the club, or the black man, like I said, the new Jordans, the new iPhone, or whatever you niggas chasing after. That's what you need the money for. Like I said, not to build schools for your kids, not to build schools for your children, not to build independent businesses for your people so that y'all ain't got to sit up here and go to work for the white man. Not to do anything that's going to help your people to stand up strong independently without the assistance of the white man. Y'all not trying to do that because you like to lean on him. You like to depend on him. He is your master. The black race loves the beast. They love the white man. I don't care how much you niggas talk this black revolutionary crap, this sovereignty crap. All of your plans hinge on the white man. You understand? Like I said, you are those babies who are afraid to walk without holding on to the hands of an adult. That's the goddamn black race today. That's the reality. That's the truth. You understand? They want somebody to support their nigga lifestyle. That's exactly what I said. They want somebody to support their nigga lifestyle. Yankee baseball fitteds, $200 sneakers. You understand? Spinning rims, video games, all kind of nigga nonsense. You understand that? And they'll kill for it. Money for the strip club. Come on, nigga. Ain't that's what it is. The tattoos, the tats. You gotta make sure you give some man $200 to draw all over you like an idiot. You gotta give somebody $200 to draw all over you like you a goddamn walking blackboard. You understand? Why? Because the white man did that. Because you want to copy the white man. You want somebody to draw pictures all over your body because the white man was doing that. Y'all a bunch of good goddamn slaves. You understand? That's what you niggas in the hip-hop industry, y'all want to make it, quote-unquote, make it for, so you can smoke all that good kush. You niggas can smoke that good kush. You get your Yankee fitteds, your $200 Jordans, your $180 jeans. Nike, they had enough. They actually made a pair of Nikes that cost $5,000. Really, they made a pair of Nikes that cost $5,000. Now, it costs these people per unit, it might cost them $2 to make those sneakers, if that. That's with all that labor they got going on in them Asian countries where they paying them people 10 and 15 cents an hour in sweatshops. You understand? Now it costs them people 10 or 15, $2 to $3 to make each unit or pair of them sneakers, and they're gonna charge, and they charging you $100 a pair. You understand? $90, $80 a pair. You understand? And they'll sell it to the they'll wholesale it, right, for maybe like $30, $40, $50, and that's still a 500% markup. You understand that? That's still a 500% markup. So when they sell it in the store, like I said, it's 1,000% markup. Well, it's 500 for them, 500 for the other group. the wholesalers and the retailers, and that makes 1,000% of you jackasses that go and buy it. You idiots. Like I said, $5,000 for a pair of Nikes. Who you think gonna be lining up to buy that? You drug dealing niggas, you rappers, you party promoters, basically whatever you niggas do, it's gonna be bought because they obviously know that you got some stupid niggas out there who will buy those sneakers. They ain't gonna be white people. They not gonna do that. They not gonna do that. They not stupid enough. They'll wear some damn Converse. They'll wear some damn Chuck Taylors. They rock the hell over. The white man will wear Chuck Taylors. They rock the hell over. Who keeping Nike going? You simple-minded niggas with $200 sneakers. That's the lifestyle you want to support. That's the movement you want to be a part of, the ignorance movement. And, we need y'all. You guys need to do that. A lot of you niggas need to do that. You need to set up something called the ignorance movement. Right? The stupid movement or the ignorance movement. And you get all the little gangbangers, the niggas with their pants hanging off their ass, the niggas who walking around in the weed-induced state. All them niggas, I bet you niggas enjoying that. And they'll probably, if you made a baseball fitted cap, they got the ignorant movement or the ignorance movement or the IM, I bet you have a whole boatload of niggas joining that. That's half the damn black race. That's damn near all the black race. You niggas today. But you want somebody to support your nigga lifestyle. That's the movement you want to be a part of. That's the world you want to chase. You understand? That's the world you want to chase. That's the world you want to be a part of. So don't get up here and give me this bullshit about, why black people can't come together, or why we can't do this, or you niggas on the other side talking about black people ain't going to never come together because you really don't want to see that happen anyway. You understand? You don't really want to see that because you too weak. Like I said, the black man is strong when he's standing up for stupidity. He's strong all day long. Nigga get in the street and fight over a football game, fight over a Yankee game, fight over what is the NBA draft, over a piece of a piece of project ass. You know what I mean? That the whole damn project done slept with. That now it's his girl. He ready to cut and shoot somebody over. You understand? That's what the black man to get out here and be ready to cut and stab and shoot somebody over some drugs, over a piece of ass, whatever. Some whore, whatever. Something stupid. So over some colors, red and blue, they'll cut and kill each other over that. Then one nigga is in the ground, the other nigga's in jail. The ignorance movement. Black people already belong to a movement already. That's why the biggest movement on the planet. Black people got the biggest movement on the planet. It's called the ignorance movement. It's not an official movement, but the white man knows it's true that you niggas belong to the ignorance movement. He knows. He knows it's true. Hell, he feeds the ignorance movement. He supports the ignorance movement. You understand? Remember that time you niggas was saying, yo, that's stupid, son. Yo, son, that's stupid. You know what I mean? That's the ignorance movement. The beast feeds the ignorance movement. He feeds them rap artists like Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne, right? He feeds them stupid clothes, feeds them stupid reality shows, the ignorance movement, or the ignorant nigga movement, the INM. Somebody would need to make some fitteds, and I hope, hell, maybe you stay them in town. We'll make some fitteds, make some money off you niggas. Because that's all y'all good for. Hell, you give all your money to the beast. Y'all ain't interested in the evolution of our people. We'll make the INM hats, maybe. The ignorant nigga movements. You can find the ignorant niggas in the conscious community and religion and all these things that's out here that black people are currently consuming. Nothing's based on intelligence. Nothing. Nothing's based on reality. Because black people love a world of sterility. They love a world of nonsense and BS. Fake people. Black people have become fake people. They have become as artificial as the beast. Hell, the damn beast is realer than these Negroes now. They realer than these Negroes now. They realer than these guys. They'll sit up here, they'll sit up here and they'll say, well, brother, it's not our fault. We've been under the beast and stuff like that, and we just well, if you know that, if you smart enough to know that, when you gonna get up from up under him? When you gonna stop being ignorant? When you gonna come amongst your own? When you gonna stop contributing to the ignorance of our people? Because by us forming a state of mental, we wasn't trying. We decided not to no longer. Even by being silent and doing nothing, you're still contributing to the ignorance of our people. Because our people who are in the middle, who are not ignorant or not, and they don't know which way to go, they're intelligent actually, and looking for a way to go. You're contributing to their ignorance by not standing up collectively with the intelligent ones of our people. You're contributing to it. You might say, oh, no, brother, I ain't part of the ignorance movement, but you doing ignorant things. You with the ignorant people. You going to parties. You hanging out with them at clubs. You going to places where they shooting foam all over themselves. I'm being funny there. You already know what I'm talking about. I'm being funny, but, stop doing that. Anyway, you doing things that the ignorant do. Don't try to do what they do, because then you are guilty by association. You understand? We're not doing stupid things anymore to fit in anymore. We don't have to do it. We're in another era right now. We're not following stupid movements. You understand? We're not following stupid movements just because, we see it as a popular thing. We're not walking around with our pants hanging off our ass or wearing wool hats in the summertime because we want to be part of the ignorance of the movement. No, we purposely left the ignorance movement to become a part of the intelligence movement, the future intelligence movement, the state of mental. Because our people are looking for us to be the leaders of tomorrow, an intelligent voice of reason in a world of ignorance. That's what they're looking for. You understand? They're looking for us to be the intelligence in a world of ignorance. That's what they're looking to us for. They're not looking for us to keep following the same movements and the same ideologies and the same backwards thinking that everybody else been following. You understand? We got to get away from there. We have to show them by example. And I was saying that yesterday in the Supermen, Superwomen project, that we have to show our people by example. We have to be the living example of intelligence for our people. If we're not going to be the living example of intelligence for our people, then we're no different than the rest of these people in the ignorant movement right now. You understand? They're looking for different, the sincere ones of our people. However, the people who full of crap, the people who got 50,000 excuses, who say, oh, things ain't right out here, but you still contributing to the ignorance. You're not standing up with the intelligent ones of our people. You're the same. You understand? We don't have time to stand around and go backwards. All we can do is move forward. There's no use in turning around. You understand? All we can do is go forward. We'll be right back. To gather people to the Supermen, Superwomen project, which I said is short for the Supermental Projection, when you're trying to fix a people or you're trying to pull a people out and trying to get them to focus on something higher, you're obviously trying to bring something in. Because, as I said, the intelligence of a people is key in their evolution. If the intelligence of a people, are not really focusing outward to receive things in, if there was a greater focus, if there was a greater mission that can be achieved beyond what it is that we have previously thought was possible, then we should be heading toward that. A lot of your leaders, your so-called leaders, they're jealous, or their jealousy is what slows down the evolution of the people. They would rather keep you going in a rotation and nonsense, feeding you lies, because they don't want to give up their throne. They don't want to give up the pulpit. They don't want to give up the podium. They don't want to give up the money. They don't want to give up the adulation. So it's about them. Right? It's about them. And you feed that in them. You know? You feed them your individualism, because they know exactly, and in these missions and these movements and these so-called organizations, they know exactly what you're good for. They know that y'all not going to support nothing. They know that, you good enough just to come to church or come to the mosque or the synagogue, whatever you guys do. They know y'all good enough to come there and give your money and go. Now, I can understand. Now, I got a little bit on the woman because I don't really see any, there's a reason why you don't really see any movements headed by women. You ever wonder why you don't really see any movements headed by women, black women in this society, like real, like movements for the evolution of our people? You ever wonder why it's always men? Because the majority of you black women out here, I'm going to say it just like that, the majority of you are satisfied with how things are. The majority of you are satisfied how things are. Some of you are not, but enough of you don't speak up. Like when I was saying Friday, I said that you'll sit up here and you'll call Nicki Minaj and all these type of women your sister. You'll sit up there and call them, you think this because y'all share a vagina, that y'all share the same skin complexion, that y'all the same. You'll call her your sister, or you'll call Beyonce your sister, or she a sister, or she a black woman, just like y'all, and y'all won't stand up against that. But by you not standing up against that, you sending you're condemning a whole bunch of young sisters coming up to a lifetime of ignorance, to wear that title, a movement of ignorance. Now I can see the woman standing up and saying, if your man is trying to join a movement where these Negroes basically not doing nothing, where, your man is trying to join like the Israelites or something like that, where these guys, all they want to do is stand around in the corner and read the Bible all day, and as if that's going to change something. They want to stand around, read the Bible all day, and talk about how things used to be. These are Negroes that are basically caught in the time zone, the time warp. They're not trying to move forward. There's no forward for them. Forward is backwards to them, which is why they think backwards. Forward to them is backwards. They like I said, I can see a woman telling a guy, man, don't hang around these guys. But where's the first place the woman drags her man to? To church. You understand? Because that fits in to her level of what she's willing to accept. It doesn't upset her world. You understand? The woman will drag the man to church, right? Because it's not going to upset or change anything in her life. That's only one Sunday in which she has to give, out of the week. You understand? Her one Sunday where she not bad mouthing somebody. You understand? Talking crap about somebody, spending up her money on garbage. That's the one day where she wants atonement, where she wants to be with people singing and dancing and clapping and whatnot and praising the Lord and all that bullshit. And she drags you there to feel that joyful sound. But the minute you start talking about becoming, like, say, a Muslim or a Christian, even though that's BS too, but, like, let's just say old Nation of Islam. Can you imagine the arguments that happened in the house when you had the black women back in the days who, the black men wanted to join the nation and their women was like, I don't want to be no Muslim. Because the women know when you're about to upset their lifestyle. They know that. They know when a change is happening. They can see it in your eye. They want to stop that. We get that. We'll get that today. You understand? We'll get that today. We'll get that in the evolution when we're trying to evolve and move our people forward. You understand? We're going to get that. Hell, when you sisters, y'all trying to move forward and you want to be around brothers who are trying to evolve and advance themselves, so you're going to get the nigga that you might be with, instead of him coming along with you, because he mentally dead, he going to try to discourage you from, what they telling niggas is trying to get in your pants. And if they are, so what? Because you've been getting in her pants and you ain't been putting nothing in her mind. You know? Or a lot of times you sisters get led astray by these hustling niggas that's in the so-called conscious movement. That's they got all this knowledge and about the universe and space and the avatar and you know all that. They got all this knowledge, wisdom, and they never left the damn planet. They know so much about the universe and space. Basically, what they heard some white man say from some so-called philosophical book or some science book that they halfway read and halfway understood. But they took the things that sounded smart and tried to incorporate it into their lingo and into their so-called doctrine and knowledge. And these niggas was smart. They obviously cobbled together a few books, and they give it to the sisters. And yeah, my sister, and they got they got their incense, they oil on and whatnot. They got their fresh haircuts. And they just trying to more or less game you. It's a game. It's a hustle. You understand? It's a hustle. It's a bunch of niggas trying to sound deep and heavy. They trying to sound smart. I said black people would rather sound smart and act smart than actually be smart and make smart moves. Do smart act, follow smart action. You understand? They don't want to do that. You know? They'd rather put each other down like what we doing in the state of mental. Even though we don't really get that much, because a lot of people, with their silence, they show that they reveal what we're doing, but they're not strong enough to come along with us. A lot of people reveal what we do. Oh, they don't know about us, so they heard about us, and they either brush it off. You understand? They go back into their little trivial life, twisting their hair, smoking their beady cigarettes, talking about their Yankee-fitted baseball caps. Or you niggas in the conscious movement, y'all got these Ankh symbol baseball cap, whatever y'all doing. You know, they go back into that world. Listening to hip-hop all day, trying to get in some shorty pants, talking about Hotep and Ashe, because you go into the conscious community meetings because you trying to meet a shorty with a fat butt, and she talking about Ashe, and she got some naturalness about her and whatnot because you tired of the little project skanks you've been laying up with. So you want a sister with some culture so y'all can smoke some weed together and, and get some mind sex going, because that's all it's about with you. Nothing. That's all it's about with you. You understand? That's bullshit. That's all it's about with you. See, them people that came along in the Nation of Islam back in the day, the old Nation of Islam, them people that was with Garvey, see, those were real men and real women. I mean, though you did have some black devils there, some black-ass demons, like you got in the conscious community, and you got all over the world. We got a lot of black-ass demons. You had those people there. They were around, but they were they would be like a piece of salt in a big pepper pot. You could spot them like in a minute. Now you just got a society or a nation or a society of black devils. You understand? It's just so many of them. You got to look like it's getting like the pepper pot where you got to find the ones of our people. You got to pick out the ones of our people who are not infected mentally, because that is an infection, a mental infection that's going on with our people. It is a mental virus that is taking place. You know why you know it's a mental virus? Because if you notice, some of our people, they'll like listen to these broadcasts and they'll listen to like the titles that they tend to like. Like, they're not going to listen to something that it might not resonate with them. But like I said, Mentellect, all this is Mentellect. Mentellect is supposed to go as a full download, a full download of future intelligence into the minds of complete people. However, if your mind has infection in it, if there's glitches in your mind field, your energy field that's around your brain, if there's glitches in it, if it's worn away, if it's not pulling that magnetic frequency, if it's not pulling that intellectual frequency, if it's not pulling that intelligence frequency in where you can recognize or this resonates as higher intelligence with you, then you have a problem. There's an infection there. There's a glitch there. There are glitches. As I explained before, like I explained yesterday, I was talking about the Superman, Superwoman project, that the mind is the field or the energy field that's around your brain. That's your mind. And it pulsates through the nerve endings of your brain. This is what pulls in messages. This is how you stay alive. You understand? This is how you receive pulsation in your nerve endings from the brain to go throughout your body to keep you moving. If that is not there, then they say that you are brain dead and you are a vegetable and you will no longer move. That means that your brain, the nerve endings in your brain, are not receiving pulsation or charges to move you forward, to receive messages to tell you when to move your arm, when to move your head, when to move your leg, how to do that. You have to receive pulsation. You have to receive constant messages that are being beamed outward in to move you forward, to generate thoughts and ideas in your head. If that connection is cut, you are dead. You are brain dead. And then eventually your body shuts down. You understand? And that's kind of what happened to a lot of these so-called black movements. You understand? The beast rendered them brain dead. He rendered them unconscious. And they still unconscious. Even though black people are trying to breathe life back into these organizations. Like Dr. York said in that tape that I watched where this guy King Noble tried to attach himself to this so-called prophecy that Dr. York had about a new person coming. Even though, like I said, King Noble ain't bringing nothing new. He keep talking about Pan-Africanism and black power and black supremacy. That's not new. Dr. York said something new. You know, but I guess people hear what they want to hear. But anyway, Dr. York talked about how he said that what did he say? He said that I lost that thought on that. But he was talking about organizations and movements and things like that. Oh, that's what he said. I'm sorry. He said that Noble Drew Ali, he came and taught everything he had to teach. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he came and taught everything he had to teach. You understand? All these people that you sitting up here talking about, Marcus Garvey, they came and taught what they had to teach. When they died, when they taught everything they had to teach, their movement and their mission was over. That means that somebody else was supposed to come on the scene and continue with the evolution of the people. But because you people are caught up on men, and you want to make men your focus, then that's why there's no evolution. That's why we don't have any forward movements. That's why we got movements out here that are constantly regurgitating the same things. And you got niggas now today trying to restart these movements because they want to be leaders. Because you niggas ain't thought up nothing on your own, or you not receiving any intelligence from the future, from outward in, to be the ones that move our people forward. And because of that, you jealous. You had Negroes trying to restart back up Marcus Garvey thing. And what they did with this UNIA thing, this back to Africa, because obviously you got a bunch of niggas who still want to be leaders. And they feel like, oh, that Marcus Garvey thing was a good platform for me to do. And Marcus Garvey family ain't here no more. So I might as well just go ahead and take that and run with it. But Garvey did that. He ran with it as far as he could go, and that was it. Noble Drew Ali, you cats still with this Moorish thing. Noble Drew Ali ran with that as far as he could run with that, and that's it. You cats don't want to let that go. You still think the white man going to give you some land and stuff like that? Are you serious? I keep asking you on this thing when I do speak about you Negroes. Are you serious? You understand? You can't be serious. You understand? And that's, like I said, that's what draws black people to movements like this, because they're not serious. It's a game. It's dress up. It's a bunch of niggas reading from declarations and trying to sound smart and heavy and deep, and it's a game. It's BS. You understand that? It's BS. You know, it's not meant to be taken seriously. They don't take any of it seriously. It's bullshit, all of it. You understand? And black people love bullshit. That's why we talking about the hell with the black race, and we raising up the bright race, because black people love bullshit. Like I said, it's no coincidence that they run to the church knowing this nigga lying, the preacher. It's no coincidence that they run to these marches. You understand? It's no coincidence that they run to these rallies and these cultural events and these conscious things to hear niggas say the same thing over and over again. Over and over and over and over and over again, like a damn broken record. Then you start asking yourself, well, where does this all end? Where is this headed to? What's the point of all this? Where is this headed? Does anybody have enough sense to ask that? You understand? Does anybody have enough sense to ask that? Does anybody have enough sense to be like, God damn, how long we gonna keep hearing Hotep and Ashe and and Egypt was great and and we had the pyramids, brother, and we got the Ankh power and the Ikubulan and all this. How long y'all gonna keep with this nonsense? And half these niggas ain't never even went to Africa. The Africans don't want you there. They don't even identify with that red, black, and green thing. A lot of them, they don't. They trying to be like American niggas. They trying to wear Yankees and fitteds, and they trying to be Bloods and Crips over there. You go over there talking that red, black, and green, they looking at you like you stupid. You understand? That whole red, black, and green thing was created over here, not in Africa. You understand? In the 60s, Jomo Kenyatta and all them people did that. You understand? All that Pan-African bullshit. You understand? All that trying to promote and push culture to us, then telling us the 5% is telling us culture, Islam is a culture. But you niggas wearing Yankee-footed baseball caps. Are you serious? See, this is why we can't follow real movements. This is why. This is why we can't get our people to commit to anything real. You understand? This is exactly why. This is exactly why we can't move forward in the evolution of our people. Because too many people want to bullshit you. Too many people want to lie to you. Too many people want to sell you a dream. Too many people, or you Negroes is in the world, you out here in the world, and you still hoping by the skin of your teeth that the white man comes up with a plan to do right by you. You niggas are still hoping for that. You still hoping for that program. You still hoping for that new president, Barack Obama. You still hoping for some political parties. You still hoping that the government cut loose some money for you, for your kids. You still hoping on that. You understand? Even when you join these so-called movements and stuff like that, you still secretly, you doing it because it's just something to do. But still, hopefully, I get a raise on my job, or or hopefully things turn out right for in this society where things going to get better for black people. That's where you're looking for the change to come from. You're not looking for the change to come from within, or from a collective, or from outside, from a true and living God. You're not looking for that. You're looking for your God, the white man, to change things. Tell the damn truth. Tell me the truth. Tell yourself the truth. That's where you really want change to come from. You ain't looking for no change to come from no place else. You damn sure ain't looking for it to come from no black people or so-called black people that look like yourself, because you already got it fixed in your mind. There ain't no nigga can do nothing for me. No matter how much you Ashe and Hotep your way through this thing and tap dance your way through and sit up here and whatnot. Hell, be honest with yourself. You don't think that no real evolution can come by the minds of people who look like you. So therefore, you will not be part of the change. That's all you niggas out here. That's all of y'all. The conscious, the Negroes in the street. Like I said, when we told this sister, so-called sister. Not she ain't one of our sisters, but she was a black Caucasian that was sitting up in the class with a damn lace front fitted on her damn head, looking crooked, and looking cheap and cheesy. Lace front fitted, sitting up here telling us about, had to bring the white man in. We didn't say nothing about the white man. Had to bring him into it. Had to bring other people into it. All we talking about is the evolution of us. We told her we don't hate nobody. We don't hate the white man. We don't hate nobody within the human race. Nobody. But people want to hear what they want to hear because they're good slaves. So you can't teach free thinking to slaves. You can't teach outside the box thinking to slaves. So what did she do? She run right to, her when she heard it, the truth blew her mind, and she couldn't handle the truth. She couldn't debate the truth. She couldn't dispute the truth. It made too much sense to her. She flipped her wig, so to speak. She flipped her wig. She basically called us a bunch of stupid niggas, and in a way. She didn't say it that way. She did. Because who we think we is trying to think beyond the white man, her master. And that's the mentality of a lot of black people. She was honest. I'm glad she actually did that yesterday. A lot of people say she ruined it. She ruined the project when she had a little outburst for about 15 minutes, and she almost got into it with another sister there. But she actually came in handy to show you the mentality of the Negro. You understand? That they will fight to keep this thing going. They will fight to keep this ignorance over our people. You understand? They will stand up for ignorance. They will stand up to keep the chain around their minds. They will stand up and they want it, and they get mad at you when it's not around your mind. I said it's no different than when Harriet Tubman had to actually, by gunpoint, make these niggas leave the plantation. She had to threaten physical violence. You understand? From people who should have been trying to move her out the way to run off the damn plantation. She had to threaten physical violence. You understand? Because these people wanted to stay with the beast. And that's the black race today with these movements. Anything that they don't really require nothing of you, anything that require you to think, don't require you to actually put any energy into or focus on the future, they with it. Like I said, you can go down the dial of Coon Radio, and Black, Red, and Green Radio, and Coon Radio, and Matrix Radio, whatever these niggas talking about. You can hear these niggas all day, and they'll have hundreds and hundreds of listeners. Why? Because niggas love nonsense. Nigga nonsense. They love nonsense. They want to focus on the damn people focusing on a damn movie. You understand? Trying to sound heavy and deep. Okay, since you talked about the movie for about 2 hours, you made your whole theme of what you about a movie for 2 hours. Since you did that, what's the point after that? You understand? Since you informed the people about the Matrix and religion and all this other stuff, and you're talking about the problem, what's your solution? What's the problem? Because we've been hearing the problem all day. What's the solution afterwards? That's what my focus is. I don't want to hear people telling me about the problem. Well, I know very well about the problem. I want to hear about the solution. You understand? You know? I want to hear the solution. I don't want to hear nobody telling me about what went on in the past. I don't want to hear nobody telling me if your platform in today in a movement is what went on in the past, what went on and what's going on in the present. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you. If you're telling me about black supremacy, if you're telling me you're using terms like metaphysical, if you're using terms like consciousness, if you're using terms like Islam or Allah, I don't want to hear you. We've been down that road already. You understand? If you're still telling me about Hotep and Ashe, I don't want to hear you. Because we've been down this road already. Y'all full of shit. You playing games. You got the minds of children. And we do not have time to play games anymore. We don't have time. Evolution is on the horizon. I said evolution, not revolution. Not you niggas talking about what you're going to do to the white man. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to do anything but smoke your weed, smoke your BDs, go to the conscious playground, the club, and try to get some ass from the next conscious sister that done probably spread it for quite a few conscious brothers in there already. All right, we're not interested in the games. People who are forward thinking about the evolution of our people, the real people who know that they're in tune. This is what we focused on. The people who are not, the people who are playing games, you people that are sitting around here trying to, brother, why you so heavy about why so, brother, or, y'all tune off from anything that's real. Well, sister, we need you over here to do this, or sister, we need you over here to do. They get cut off by that. They get turned off by that because, like I said, these little gatherings, these little sayings, these little patches, they wearing their hair like afros, and they wearing. Let me tell you, they're a bunch of black Caucasians. I don't care if the sister got her fro blown out and got the pick in it with the fist and all that bullshit, and you might as well put a perm back on your head, sweetie, because you a black Caucasian. You understand? You're not about the evolution of our people. You just want to have something to do. You want to be cultural because cultural right now is fashionable. You understand? Cultural is fashionable. You understand? It don't take nothing from your busy schedule. You understand? Of whatever you like to do in your ritualistic life. You're not about the evolution of our people. Even them sisters, them old sisters in the Nation of Islam, right? Even though they was all permed out and stuff like that, and they believed Fard Muhammad, some white man, was their god or whatever. Even though they believed that, they was more sisters than you black women with your goddamn afros out and all this other bullshit. They was more sisters than you because they was out here really pushing the evolution. They was out here in the MGT up here trying to raise up better daughters and better wives and better mothers to their children. They was actually part of the evolution, not you. Because you just want to sit on the sidelines and you want to sit amongst your little personal clique and, yeah, my sister, and y'all want to go to the events and pose and, you know, and talk a bunch of conscious bullshit and have on your little symbols and your little emblems and whatnot because it's the cool thing to do. You understand? It's the cool thing to do. A lot of you chicks ain't nothing but a bunch of evolved chicken heads. A lot of you chicks in the conscious movement, nothing but a bunch of evolved chicken heads. Y'all got off of y'all was following the whole Jay-Z thing, or whatever nigga was talking some hip hop thing, and then y'all didn't want to really be with the rest of the hip hop niggerettes. You didn't go into the little Kim mode, so you went into the conscious community and you became like your little style Kim there, but you're still birds. You're still birds of prey. You understand? That's really what you are. Ain't nothing changed. Your message is just consciousness instead of Barbie like Nicki Minaj. Your message is just consciousness. That's all. We'll be right back. It's really sad because all the energy we put into nothing could have went into raising us to another level, raising us above and beyond our circumstances. All the energy we put into and all the money we spent, black people thought they were saying something when they said, yeah, we the biggest consumers out here. Black people spend something $1 trillion. Yeah, I forget what the number was years ago. They said black people spend $1 trillion something dollars a year, whatever the hell it is, billions of dollars a year into buying sneakers and shoes and this, that, and the third and blah, blah, blah. And, black people spend all this money, right? And black people was proud of that. You had the black economists and all these niggas was proud of that. Not once did anybody say, all that money could have went into our own universities, into our own schools, our own, things that's going to help in the future of a people. And nothing went into forming our own corporations or setting up companies on the stock market. Nothing. Nothing went into doing that. Where we can support our own businesses. We can put our own images up. That, you niggas couldn't even, as much as y'all talk about money and getting money, you would think you niggas could at least form a good financial movement. You can't even do that. For a bunch of people who constantly talking about getting money, and money's the issue and money's the problem, you niggas couldn't even form a good financial movement. All these black filmmakers out here, nobody can pull their money together and get together and form a motion picture studio. How about an independent business evolution or independent business movement? Let's get away from the whole conscious thing and, let's just say everybody got their own way of thinking, whatever, right? Let's just say this for a second, right? All right. You mean to tell me that since you say money's the problem, nobody was able to form a good financial group? Nobody was able to pull together money and do anything and form a good financial order? A conglomerate? Why is that? Maybe 510 will answer. I'm going to take your call, 510. 510, you on air.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
How you doing?
All right.
All right, I have an answer for that, all right? Because we all fucked up, bro.
Tell me something I don't know.
That's apparent, that we are all messed up. And I don't know. Maybe it's just for a time. You feel me? Like you was talking about the conscious. I mean, I've said a lot of the things that you're saying tonight, and you have said before. And I used to focus on these niggas, and it used to upset me a bit just to look at them and see how they was getting down. But then I came to the realization that I was fucked up too before. I was messed up, man. I did some real bad shit. my shit came. It was like in like stages and steps. You feel me? I went through the whole religious thing, fragmented information, which also I needed to ask you about that because it was you may have made a comment to me on Facebook that it wasn't really viable. But we'll get back to that. I went through all the stages, man. Religion, the book stage where I was just reading every fucking thing, you know, and searching for shit. And ultimately, I really found that everything I was searching for, it was with me all the time. You know what I mean? So that's what I've evolved into. But I don't focus on these people. I don't want those people are where they are at a particular time, I guess because they may supposed to be there. Because I was supposed to be where I was at a particular time until I changed, or they use the word evolved, or you know what I mean? But I don't even focus on those people no more, you know? Since I don't focus on them, different type of people are attracted to me or come to me, like you, like-minded people, you know? So I don't even focus on them. And you know, the shit is going to happen to me. I don't know if I'm just speaking in my opinion, everything in time, you know? Everything's in time. Nature transforms at a certain time. The universe transforms at a certain time. You feel me? So, you know, I understand. I'm not disagreeing with nothing you're saying because everything you're saying is factual. But
here's the thing with as far as nature. See, people say nature and time and things like that, but it's the people. It's never, you know, this is what black people always think that things are going to just happen by natural osmosis, and that's not how things happen. Things happen, you know, by a plan, or like same way with this plan, which, you know, this world that we live in, which became a planet, you know, these things are planned out. People are executing certain things at certain times, but people have to take the action to execute certain things. And, you know, you're receiving frequency and intelligence if you're tuned in for a reason to do something with it. It's not to just sit around and spit it back out at people and whatnot and do nothing with it. You're receiving intelligence, you know, from the future to move you into the present. Those of our people who are in tune are receiving intelligence from the future into the present to move them into the future, to move them linear into the future. So nothing just happens on its own. That's the problem with black people. They always think something's going to happen by natural osmosis and they don't have to do anything. That's the lazy mentality. That's that nigga mentality that was planted in our people here in this society. We was always building, we was always doing things, we was always active, and we were always moving. But we don't do that no more. You know, and that's the problem.
Yeah, I also look at that, at the building aspect and the creating aspect, you know, on this earth. It seems it could be a expression, you know, of the higher intelligence. You feel me?
Yeah, it is.
An expression. That's where that shit came to me. This shit is an expression of the higher intelligence. You feel me?
Yeah, but black people are not expressing themselves and building anything. I mean, even if it's just something simple as a schoolhouse for your children and educating your children, that is opening their minds up and building something, you know, and, you know, taking the initiative to build, advance the minds and the thinking of a people. That's building something, you know, not sitting around and telling people the same thing over and over again. You know, you don't have to build big structures and monuments and things like that. That's not what, you know, it could be something small, but and something simple to house what it is you're trying to do.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree, man.
But black people not even trying to do that.
Yeah.
You know.
You are. So, you know,
yeah, I am, but I don't consider myself part of the black race no more. I'm of the bright
race.
What
I'm saying?
I know. Yeah, exactly. You know,
that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Not just speaking on it, but at least trying to make an effort. You know what I'm saying? To make a change. You feel me?
Yeah.
But
you know.
yeah, man, it's all good, man.
But
now you got to speak on that fragmented information not being viable when that shit brought me to where I'm at today.
Well, here's the problem with that. You know, you might be able to take bits and pieces from it, but to try to download it as a whole message, to be able to try to actually, like for example, you got fragmented messages within religion, but you got people who are trying to actually live out and be with Christians and Muslims and Israelites off of that fragmented message. They're actually trying to feed into that and follow those fragmented messages, and instead of being able to pick out what the intelligence is in those messages. So that's when it becomes confusing.
Yeah, and I was there, but I'm not anymore. I went through a osmosis, if you will, a change. You know what I'm saying? But I was that. I was a Christian. I did believe in waiting for something to come and save us and all that shit. I did believe in Muhammad. I did believe in Allah. I was a Buddhist. I went through all the shit, man. But it led me to where I'm at today.
And where's that?
Man, I'm a self-contained unit. I don't worship outside of myself.
In other words, you're an individual.
No, I'm not an individual. No.
You said you were a self-contained unit.
There's a time for individuality when you have to sit back. You have to sit down. You have to sit down and reflect. I believe that, and that's what I did. I sat down and I really thought about everything that I went through. And I just had to think about shit first.
And where are you trying to go now?
I'm not trying to go anywhere. Right now, I'm being, and I'm doing in a state of beingness.
What does that mean? You're supposed to always be trying to go somewhere.
As far as where though? As far as
mentally,
what?
you're supposed to, and mentally, you're supposed to be being fed something mentally to move you forward. It's never supposed to be. When I asked you, you said you were a self-contained unit. Self-contained means self, meaning individual.
Well, maybe that's not the right choice of words. I'm not relying on any religious belief.
Are you looking to be amongst your own as a group?
My own people.
Yeah. Are you looking to be alone?
Like-minded people, yes. But let me tell you this: there's none around me.
There's some within the state of mental. It don't matter. They don't have to be around you. There's the people in the state of mental. That's what we building.
Yeah.
This is for the collective. The collective is the unit. That's what we talking about in the state of mental. And the evolution of an intelligent people. Have you been to the ᴅᴏ.info site?
Not at all.
Go to our site, the ᴅᴏ.info. Read the About Us section. See what we about. All right.
I will.
All right, brother. I gotta go because I gotta do the countdown. Then we about to end the show. All right.
All right, brother. Peace.
Good speaking to you.
You too.
Peace. All right, we come to the end of our broadcast. We're in the last 12 minutes. I want to help knock these out because I like to close with music. I didn't get to close with music last time. Now, I love closing with music, but I'm going to knock these questions out really quickly. All right. Why don't black people join movements? Because most of the movements out here are full of crap. They don't ask anything of you. You understand? Black people don't want to do anything other than give money, and they have a small space in their life to care about the evolution of our people. And black people don't really care about their evolution. They just want to live their life, basically live under the beast, and they don't want nothing to change. They just want to eat, sleep, and crap. That's what black people have come down to. That's what the so-called rulers and the builders of society, since you conscious Negroes always putting on the ankhs and trying to rock the Egyptian names. You talking about you are descendants from these people. Those people were builders. You are a poor representation of those people. You Negroes today with these ankhs on talking this conscious bullshit, y'all are poor representation because they built something. Y'all can't even build schools for your children. So no, black people don't join real movements because real movements mean sacrifice. Also, you black men, when I put it in the feed about the black man, he loved the white woman. So a lot of y'all, and y'all love the white man, so the black woman, so y'all afraid to join any movement that's about your evolution because you don't want to offend the white man. And also because, you still believe the white man is your God. You don't want to offend him. What is the real movement for change? What is a real movement for change? A real movement for change is one that's moving into the future, one that's forward moving. one that is dealing with evolution, like the state of mental. That's the real movement for change. Change and movement means growth, because anything that's not changing and growing is dead. And your organizations today, your black organizations, should be called stagnants, not movements. All right, because you're not changing, you're not growing, you're still talking about the same things 30, 40, 50 years ago. You're still saying the same stuff. And it always got to do with hate the white man, or you mad at the white man, or the white man's the reason of your problem, when it's you that are the problem. You don't want to move on and change. Have there been any physical movements for change for black people? Yeah, you had the Nation of Islam. You had the Ansar Allah community, what Dr. York was doing, and the Nuwapians. They were the movements for change. You had Garvey. They was trying to make change and whatnot. All that was changing and trying to clean up our people and elevate the minds of the people. That was what it was always about, elevating the minds of the people, not land and all this other stuff, because land comes and goes. It changes hands and it leaves hands. That don't mean nothing. It's about the evolution of the mental of the people, and then you can start building that, because you can't build anything with people who are not right mentally. All right? Are there any real movements for change? Are there any real movements for change? Like I said, the state of mental is the only movement for change right now, because we're moving into a future. We're not interested in the past and the present. So all you Negroes that's up here still talking about black, red, and green, metaphysics, or Egypt, or Africa, or Ashe, or Hotepin, and all this other stuff, and dressing up in funny hats and fezzes and all that. Yo, man, look, y'all have a nice day, man. That's in the past, and that's in the past and the present. We focused on the future, which is the mental evolution of our people through the knowledge of intellect, through the intelligence of intellect, the higher intelligence of intellect. All right, mental evolution is where it's at, not black revolution. Mental evolution is where it's at. Are there any I answered that. Is there any why is change necessary? Because change means growth and movement. If there's no change, then you die. Life means change. The people who are evolving mentally, they never die. They just change out frames, and we keep it moving. We transform it. The people who are constantly transforming in this life are the people that will be transforming into the next world. We constantly in a state of transformation. Even when we pass away, all we're doing is swapping out bodies, swapping out carbon coating and frames, and we are taking on new carbon coatings and frames. So we ain't dying. You people that's stuck in these stagnant movements and whatnot, or these stagnant groups, y'all the ones that's dying because there's no change for you. All right? Do most black people even feel the need for change? Nope. They think everything's all right as long as they can go buy their Louis Vuitton shoes and Gucci Prada bags and purses and things like that, and they can eat 3 squares a day and get a McDonald's Happy Meal and a damn cell iPhone. They happy. There ain't no need for no change. You understand? They okay. And they can go get prayed up at the church, you know what I mean, and lay up with everything and everybody and smoke their weed. They good. They don't need no change. We don't want to be around you niggas. All right? So we've come to the end of this broadcast. I did all that really fast. I thought I had a little more time. Let me see. Do black people really want things to change? I understand. No, they don't. No, do black people really want things to change? No, they do not. Absolutely not. Black people, the majority of black people don't want things to change. Matter of fact, they want things to go back to the way they was in the old days. Maybe not slavery, but, selling drugs, flipping weight, all that stuff. They want to go back to that, driving around in Mercedes Benzes, and, they want some new drugs to come out. Black people looking for the new weed. They looking for the new PlayStation. They looking for all that stuff. They don't, there's no change for the black race, the majority of our people, because they're mentally dead. And the people that's mentally dead will soon be physically dead. They just dead. They already dead. The majority of your black race is already dead. They not looking for any movements of change. They just looking, like I said, they just living their life out, and they just gonna die. That's it. You understand? That's real. This message is for the evolved ones of our people, the bright race, who are out there. Because if they wasn't out here, I wouldn't be here. When something comes to a people that's necessary, it's because a group of people are in need of it. They want it. You understand? If our people wasn't sending out the signal that they needed this, then I wouldn't be here. Just as our people needed the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he came. Amen produced the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Just as our people needed Dr. Malachi Z. York, Amen produced Dr. Malachi Z. York. And just as our people came at a time in the new millennium where they need a mental upgrade, a mental upliftment to bring about a physical upliftment and a transformation, the intellectual Nuben Menkares, came for the evolution of my people. This is not a game, because the black race looks to trivialize everything. Everything is a game because they don't want to be serious. That's why they won't never follow real movements, because real people, it takes real people to follow real movements. And the black race, majority of your black race are phony. They just a bunch of stick figures. You know, you better off standing up a bunch of damn cardboard cutouts in a line, and you'll get more support from a bunch of damn cardboard cutouts in the line than you will get from black people. You understand? That's it. We've come to the end of our broadcast. Join us Wednesday night. Don't exactly know. You know, I never know. It always comes to me. I didn't figure out what the topic was going to be for tonight until it just came to me. Join us Wednesday night at 9 for State of Mentel Radio. The next Supermen, Superwomen conference will be probably October 21st, you know, or either the 21st or the 20th, sometime around that time. You know, family and friends getting together, and if some new people come amongst us, that's fine, but the community is building slowly and gradually, just like I wanted. The foundation is coming in, you know. So you have to have the foundation in place before you build the house. Everything in time, people. Everything in time. I am the intellectual Nuben Menkares. This has been State of Mentel Radio. Good night. What do I want to play? What do I want to play? I should have had a song up here before I started telling y'all good night, but I'm going to find something.